Children, see here in the crow in the above situation, light also selects the path which takes the least time to travel. The path which takes least time to travel. See here, this is the point A, this is the point B, and here if you draw a normal at point E, this is called E dash. E and E dash, it is nothing but normal which we have drawn. And here the angle between the incident ray and the normal, it is called as angle I. And here the angle between E and E dash, this is what considered to be as normal. And EB as reflected ray. EB as considered as reflected ray. So this angle is angle of reflection. So these two are equal. So light also always travels, which is the shortest path, it travels in the same manner. Now let us see here. This principle was first given by Pierre de Fermat. He is a French lawyer and an amateur mathematician. It is also applicable for reflection of light. This principle is also applicable for reflection of light. When light gets reflected from a surface, it selects the path that takes the least time. That is why the angle of incidence is always equivalent to the angle of reflection. This is what the plane mirror. This is what the reflecting surface which we can say. Reflecting surface. And back side you see that it is having the silver coating. After that there is a paint. Okay. And here what are the things happening means how much distance my finger from this particular mirror, you see that you will get the picture of back to the mirror, the same distance we are able to find. But really if you keep one screen here, can you able to see the other finger over there means no. So it is virtual image we can say. Next another one is, if the object is 1 meter away from the mirror, we used to get the image will be back to the mirror 1 meter away. But really if we arrange one screen over there, we cannot find anything. So this type of images are called virtual images. Children, here we are able to find, this is one of the dressing mirror. I am catching hold one of the doll here you see. So it is there in my left hand, but you are able to get that image in that, you are able to find it is in my right hand. Now if I keep this doll in the right hand you see, this doll is in the right hand, but you are able to find it is in my left hand in the image. In the mirror it will be shown as it is, the doll is in the left hand. So this process only we are calling it a lateral inversion. Find some letters, whiteboard, marker, pen. Okay, I will keep this in front of this mirror, plain mirror. You see that how it will be reversed. How this will be reversed you see. Whiteboard, the letters will be reversed. Are you able to observe this? Next, let us take letter J. Letter J, this is, and if I keep it in front of the mirror, it will be reversed, you see. We are able to find lateral inversion. Not only that, the letters also they will be reversed. Right to left, left to right, like that. So here J also it was reversed in the plane mirror. Is it clear? There is a lab activity. For that, aim is verification of laws of reflection. Materials needed, a mirror strip. Here this is what the mirror strip. Drawing board to be taken. Next white paper also, and pins, clamps, scale and pencil. Procedure: take a drawing board and fix a white paper on it with the help of clamps. Draw a straight line AB. This is what AB. At the center of the paper, and also a normal ON. This is what? Normal 90 degrees angle to AB at the point O. This is what the point O. Draw a straight line PQ. This is what straight line PQ. Making certain angle I. Here to the normal it is making certain angle. You have to just note down how much angle it is making, 30 degrees or 40 degrees. That you have to make sure, and you have to keep that value in this particular tabular form. Angle of incidence how much, and how much angle of reflection will be, and whether I is equivalent to angle R. Angle of incidence is equivalent to angle R. If it is yes, yes you write. If it is no, no you write. This is the tabular form. Next, fix two pins at the points P and Q. Here one pin, here position Q, another pin you are supposed to keep. Vertically, observe the image P1 of the pin. For this P, here P dash, this is what the image we are finding. For this Q pin, the image is Q dash. Here it is found. Once again, fix two pins at the points P and Q on the paper vertically. Observe the image P dash of the pin P and Q dash of the pin Q. In the mirror kept along the line AB. This is what the plane mirror. This is what the reflecting surface. Down surface is the reflecting surface. This is what the paint or the silver coating this side. That is what it is represented with small markings. In the mirror kept along the line AB, fix two more pins R and S. Here this is one pin and this is another pin, such that they are in the same line as that of P dash and Q dash. They are in the same line. If you extend that, in the same line P dash and Q dash. As shown in this figure, measure the angle between R and S. Measure the angle between RS and ON. This is ON and this line is RS. So here what is the angle you are supposed to measure? Here to here, this angle to be measured. Next you will find that the angle of incidence is always equivalent to angle of reflection. This angle, actually this is what the incident ray and this is what the reflected ray. So here this angle how much you are supposed to measure, and what is this angle? These two to be equal according to the first law. Angle I is always equivalent to angle R. Actually from these two pins the incident ray falls on this particular point O on the plane mirror, which is AB, placed at AB. Repeat the experiment for different angles. If you go on changing the angle, here if it is 60 degrees and you should measure that what is the angle between RS and ON. It should be also normally 60 degrees. If it is 90 degrees, what is going to happen? That also you have to go on changing. 30 degrees, if the angle of incidence is 30 degrees, if it is changed to 40 degrees, 50 degrees, 60, until that 90 you can able to go on checking what is going to happen for the angle of reflection. So in most of the cases we are able to get that angle of incidence is always equivalent to angle of reflection, and so that you can able to write that yes, the law is verified, it is correct. See here, PQ ray which is touching nearby the point AB, the plane mirror at point O. So it is incident on this particular point O. Okay, so incident ray, second law to verify. Next here, this is what the reflected ray. RS is the reflected ray and ON is the normal. These three are lying in the same plane, same side of the mirror, reflecting surface only we are able to find incident ray and the normal and the reflected ray, these three lying on the same plane. This is the verification for the second law also correct only. Formation of an image by a plane mirror. Formation of an image by a plane mirror. Plane mirror. So plane mirror is here. This is what the plane mirror. M dash, let us take it as plane mirror. And object, O is the point object. When we observe from here, sitting here and observing, this is the plane mirror I told you. This is the reflecting surface for the plane mirror. This light pink color one is the silver coating. For this mirror, this is silver coating, this is the reflecting surface. If we observe the object from here, actually this is one incident ray and this is the reflected ray. Another incident ray which is emerging from the same object, and this is the another reflecting ray. If you extend these two rays back, and we used to feel that object will be available here. Actually it is the point I. Image means here. If we observe from here, we used to get the feeling of the object will be available here. It is not the real, it is virtual. Back to the mirror we are getting the feeling. Really, if you observe the distance from here to here, how much it will be, and from the mirror to back image, the same distance. If you measure it, you are able to get the same. If you extend the two reflected rays with the dotted lines, you will get another meeting point called I. That is what the image where we can able to see the image of this object on the mirror here. Really, if we keep one screen here, we cannot find the object, real object here. So the image is not catch it on a screen. We can call that type of image as virtual image. Here virtual image will be formed because of the plane mirror.